What is the standard advice available for career success? Study hard, get good grades, and one day you will have all you dream about. Study harder, get into one of the premier institutes of higher study, and one day you will have all you dream about. Work hard, get a high paying job in one of the prestigious conglomerates, and one day you will have all you dream about. Work harder, get into a C suite, climbing the corporate ladder, and one day you will have all you dream about. As you can guess, this chase almost never ends because there is always another hill to climb, another milestone to reach, and another award to win. Finally, feel like a success. It's like walking to reach somewhere, but all you're able to do is to stay at the same place no matter how fast you move. Let's play this game a bit more. Let's assume you studied hard, but what if even after studying hard you did not get those good grades? And if you get those grades but you still end up with a lousy job? And even if you manage to get a great job but you now report to a manager from hell? In this never ending chase of success, all it takes is one thing not going by your plan to make your circumstances miserable. A plan in all likelihood you have adopted from people around you. Most of the time, people choose to suffer silently, to stick to the standard definition of success as defined by your parents, siblings, and society. It's a classic catch 22. If you don't keep on achieving everything as per the standard definition of success, you lose. And if you seem to be winning but have a miserable experience, well, you still lose. What good is success if your experience is always either a fear of missing out or looking for the next big thing? Because it never seems enough how far you have already traveled. All that matters is how far you can still travel. Is it even possible to be successful while having a good time doing what you're passionate about? Hi, welcome to BookTook Hindi channel dedicated to bring you the practical ideas from books written by leading researchers and leaders that will help you to be the best version of yourself. If this is something you like, consider subscribing to the channel. Today's book, Dark Horse, is about the people who did not fit into any of this definition but ended up living a very satisfying life while developing highly successful careers. Written by Todd Rose, who himself is a sort of a dark horse, dropping out of high school, early marriage, becoming a dad soon after, a lot of responsibility, but still no clue and direction in life. He was, as per the standard definition of success, a disappointment to say the least. But then one piece of advice from his father changed his life. And today, Todd has a very satisfying and successful career as a teacher of Harvard Graduate School. In this video, I'll share how you can not only build a nourishing career but also have best shot of material success. I'll also share how people who no one would have thought amounted to anything achieved amazing feats. Let's start. Money, status, competition, job titles, fame. These are some widely desirable and universal motivators. You will surely be motivated by few of these, but usually these are means to a deeper emotion that everybody is looking to generate in themselves. And that emotion is a sense of fulfillment. Sense of fulfillment is a core metric which, when followed, enhances the quality of your life moment by moment. But depending on just universal motivators, to have this sense falls short because people usually want these things for their own sake. So you need a different and better path to develop this sense of fulfillment. It's like buying a double XL shirt and then wearing it everywhere because you do not know your exact size. You not only need a shirt, but you also need a shirt that fits you perfectly, which is custom made. Coming back to motivators, besides the universal motivators, there's a second set of motivators which is more personal and unique to you. These are called micro motivators. Being unique, these could be in thousands, if not in millions. And it's not possible and feasible to detail all these micro motivators for everyone in society. So you have to identify them for yourself. But why bother to do this self-analysis? Here's why. Identifying these micro motivators holds the key to revolutionize experience of your life. It completely changes how you live moment by moment by moment. Here's how it looks like. There are times when my thinking gets cluttered. Nothing makes sense and I end up wasting time doing nothing or watching social media mindlessly. Now, if I don't do anything about it and try to follow my normal routine, nothing gets done. And worse, I can carry this state for long, wasting even more time. But if at this time I organize my things like my work table, wardrobe, or my room, my thoughts suddenly slow down and my mind begins to clear. As things around me get in order, it also settles and orders my thoughts. It relaxes me, and by the end of the activity, my mind is clear. Everything looks better and brighter. I feel fresh and energized. In short, my experience of time and life improves significantly. Now, this might seem silly to you if you have never had similar experience after doing some organizing, but that's exactly the point. Your actions that improve your experience will be unique to you. It could be collecting some rare item, observing people, looking at the night sky, talking to yourself, playing a musical instrument, watching birds. Any of these activities can act as micro motivators. And there's no limit. Micro motivators can vary as much as people vary. The only test if an activity is your micro motivator is, does your experience of life improve immediately after doing it? Do you feel better? In this book, there is a story after story of how ordinary people who had failed as per the conventional definition of success, did achieve success doing things which fulfilled them. One such story is of Jennie McCormick, who in 2005, with a 10-inch ordinary telescope, discovered an unknown planet 3 times the size of Jupiter in a different solar system. She, since then, has discovered 20 more planets. But you know what is amazing about Jennie's story? Never interested in studies, she left school at 15 and took a job of cleaning horse stables. She never graduated. Her mother had abandoned her, and by the age of 21, she herself was a single mother doing odd jobs to support her infant son. Her future, to put it mildly, looked bleak. And it was not like she was looking to discover stars since childhood. In fact, she discovered this passion by a chance encounter at the ripe age of 29. But then it fascinated her so much that she took it like a fish to a water. She learned everything she could about astronomy. Result, she became the first amateur astronomer to discover a new planet since 1781. Would you have predicted this change of circumstances for Jennie, knowing her background? I would say this was pretty awesome and unexpected reversal of fortunes. What made it possible? A love of gazing through telescopes at distant worlds, challenge of education, challenge of time, challenge of resources. None of these mattered when Jennie followed her sense of fulfillment. It's like the best of the both worlds, being successful while having a good time. Here is another amazing turnaround story of Alan Rouleau. Alan was an ordinary kid in an ordinary lower middle class family. Being one of the 6 kids in difficult family conditions, life was always challenging. He did a lot of odd jobs to support his education, but the demanding work hours made it impossible to focus on his studies. At 21 years of age, his life took a major turn when working as a bartender. He grabbed an opportunity when the bar owner unexpectedly was forced to sell the bar. Took a big risk, managed to get a loan, and also did well in business. The result, Alan not only paid his loan but even managed to expand his business, opening a real estate company, a restaurant, and a club. By age 28, he had come a long way, owning a small town business empire. Fast forward a few years, when Alan realizes that something important was missing from his life. In a move that shocked everyone around him, Alan sold off all his business and relocated to Boston. But he tried his hand at something that even those who knew him best would never have predicted: making men's suits. It seems Alan had a secret fascination towards this craft. He immersed himself completely in crafting custom apparel. After 2 years of diligent practice, at the age of 35, he won his first National Fashion Award. Many more would follow. Named one of the top tailors in the country by Town and Country magazine, he designs handcrafted wardrobes for corporate titans, celebrities, and professional athletes. His tailor-made suits cost an average of $1,500 a piece. And to understand how different and difficult it was, you have to understand that high-end tailoring usually takes a lifetime of devotion, and most upscale tailors are raised in families who have been fashioning custom apparel for generations. But this extraordinary turn of events was made possible by building on something that fulfilled Alan. These people and many like them started in absolute anonymity, but when they followed their sense of fulfillment, they broke all barriers. To make things clear, this outward success in these cases is not the point. What is important is to discover and do something like this, something that pulls your heart so strongly that you can't help doing it, something which is so fascinating that you find time to do even if you are incredibly busy, something which is so nourishing that you will do it for free. It's a reward in itself because you live a magical life, a life full of life. That's it for this video. If you like the ideas from this book, do subscribe to keep getting learnings from some of the best books of the world.